that we called here at the Agriculture School Conference Room. The organizational meeting of the Board of Education, both with clearly to me, veteran members and new members of the board, members of the administration, the Board of Education here, and members of the public. And I just want to say welcome, and it's to our new members. Thank you for joining and for your willingness to serve on this important board. For our veteran members, the same, with the added responsibility of, knowing from experience what you can share with other board members for the betterment of the board and the district would be wonderful, and I know will happen, so greatly appreciate it. My role is limited. It is by charter and to begin the organizational meeting, to call to order. As we do, I think we'll take a roll call, and then we'll proceed as the agenda directs us to the election of officers, starting with the chair, and we can go through that process as well. But before we do, is there what's the normal way to take roll here at this point?
Usually the secretary, but there's no secretaries.
All right, I'm just going to have the members go around, identify themselves, starting to my left, and then afterwards we'll acknowledge each member's presence and that we have a quorum to do business.
Lamont Daniels. Rob Traber.
Maritza Estremera Jimenez.
Jennifer Perez.
Joe Sakalovic.
Mr. Albert Benehan Grajales.
Willie Medina. Andre Woodson.
And we have a quorum. So again, thank the members. They're very simple and straightforward. I'm just going to mention what the past practice has been and the expectations of what we're going to do next, which is the election of officers. It'll start with what's called on the agenda, the chair, nominations for the chair, sometimes called the president, but regardless, it's the chair here. And then it'll go on to vice chair and secretary. So we'll nominate one at a time, open nominations for chair, then close nominations for chair. We'll vote. It's indicated, and I think the record would show that there's paper ballots, blank paper ballots in front of each of the members of the board. If that's not true, please indicate somehow so the record can reflect that, and we can get those to you. But I see no other indications other than, yes, we have them. And so the practice has been that after nominations, names are put in nominations, and nominations are closed, that the board members would be asked to vote on the paper, and then they would be collected and I guess read. Right, you'll read them as well? Yeah. Okay, and read, and if we, obviously, if we have a chair nominated, that chair at that point can take over the meeting, which has been the practice. And so with that, unless there's any questions, comments, direction, and it is, I understood, and I put this out there in case somebody becomes an issue, I don't think it will. On the city council side, and many boards and bodies require a second for a nomination. It's my understanding in past practice, and actually my recollection, having chaired a number of these, that you don't require either by your rules or by your practice a second to a nomination. So a nomination can stand just on someone's name being put in. And my practice would be to accept that, and then if there is someone that wants to second it or make it a seconding speech, I would accept that as well. It's maybe an opportunity. I'm not suggesting you do, but if someone wanted to say something about the candidate. And so at this point, unless there's any questions, comments, any reason to pause, I'm going to move forward with formally opening the nominations for the election of officers, starting with the position of chair, and ask if there's any nominations.
Mr. Mayor,
Yes.
I'd like to nominate Ms. Jennifer Perez to be the chair of the Board of Education.
I'll take that. I'm not going to ask for a second, but I'll pause in case anybody wants to say anything. At this time, Jennifer's name is in nomination. Are there other nominations for the position of chair?
I'd like to nominate Willie Medina.
Willie Medina, again, we won't require or encourage a second, but if someone wants to say something, they could. There's two names at this point in nomination. Are there any other nominations for chair of the Board of Education? I see no hands. I don't see anybody giving an indication. And without objection, I'm going to close nominations for the position of chair. And I'm going to ask if our unofficial, and if you could be officially our clerk at this point, to join us as the Board of Ed members are going to vote. You have two names in nomination. I'd ask you to vote for either one of those names, but to vote. And then once you do, the clerk will collect the ballots, read them, and we'll proceed accordingly with the results.
You guys ready?
Yes, please. If you
All right,
have,
I believe
so
the
everyone-
last-
so the record's clear, everyone's voted, and you have the ballots, and you're going to verbally announce in the record to reflect the votes as you count them and announce them.
So we have Mr. Albert Benahan Grajales, Miss Jennifer Perez, Joseph Sokolovic for Jennifer Perez, Willie Medina, Jennifer Perez, Andre Woodson, Jennifer Perez, Lamont Daniels, Jennifer Perez, Robert Traber, Jennifer Perez, Maritza Estremera Jimenez, Jennifer Perez, Jennifer Perez, Jennifer Perez.
So unless I misheard, it was unanimous for Jennifer Perez, and you are now the chair of the. Let me just, before I get up, I wanted to say congratulations for the position, but also thank you, and extend this to all the members for your willingness to serve. They often say, these local government is obviously where the rubber hits the road, or where the, challenges are visibly met or not met. And the highest level of responsibility sometimes, I think, for the things that are most important in people's lives, I argue, come from and are dispensed, if you will, hopefully in an effective way at the local level. And nothing's more important than education and the role and job and responsibility to the Board of Education and the superintendent and everyone who works in the classroom and makes it which is heart over anything else. You don't do it for pay because we care and you care. So I appreciate that. And the superintendent, thank you for your continued leadership. There's a lot of positives and wins that are going on. And I think that the board members and the administration and the city and the state are so in sync on moving in the direction of progress in every way. We want to support your leadership. Thank you. With the board on the city side, and thank you all for serving. With that, Jennifer, I don't get one of these in the city council, so I just want to hit it. Do you want to say a couple words, Sue, before I do?
I do want to extend, Mayor, you've been a great, support factor behind the scenes, and we appreciate you. I know Anthony and the team, been instrumental to working with my team to try to make sure we keep this moving together collectively. So I thank you for that. I know the board is very excited about the forward moving of the district, and so we're going to try to do our best to continue that. So thank you for your support.
Appreciate it. So I get to hit it now? Jennifer, it's all yours.
All right. We're going to open it up for nominations for vice chair. Is there any nominations? Mr. Medina?
I'll nominate for vice chair, Mr. Joseph Sokolovic.
I second that. Mr. Albert Benahan Grajales.
Are there any other nominations? The nomination was for Rob Traber. Are there any other nominations? Seeing none, we'll go ahead and take the vote.
I ask that my name be withdrawn.
So, Mr. Traber would like to withdraw his name. So seeing that we have one nomination for Joseph Sokolovic, are there any other nominations?
I vote to close nominations, Madam Chair.
Move that it be.
I think we still have to do it on paper, right? Danielle?
We don't have to do the
Do
paper.
we have to do it on paper still?
Yeah.
For the
Yes,
record.
we still, for the record. Yeah, per our bylaws, I have to write down. All right, so we'll take the vote. When you're done, Danielle will collect them.
All right, the votes for vice chair. Robert Traber, Joe Sokolovic, Joseph Sokolovic, Joe Sokolovic, Albert Benahan Grajales, Joseph Sokolovic, Willie Medina, Joseph Sokolovic, Andre Woodson, Joseph Sokolovic, Lamont Daniels, Joseph Sokolovic, Maritza Estremera Jimenez, Joseph Sokolovic, Jennifer Perez, Joseph Sokolovic.
Congratulations. We'll move on to nominations for secretary. Mr. Traber,
I nominate Maritza Estremera Jimenez.
any other nominations?
Madam Chair,
Yes,
I nominate myself as a secretary.
Albert Benahan has been nominated. Any further nominations? I'm gonna take that as no with closed nominations.
I make a motion to close nominations for secretary.
Closing nominations, so you can cast your vote.
You didn't vote to.
No.
No matter.
No, they haven't updated the stationery.
Oh, you're on.
Oh. Yeah.
Sing it.
No, you're right.
Okay.
I see what you mean, you're right.
Okay, the votes for secretary. Ms. Joseph Sokolovic, Maritza Estremera Jimenez. Albert Benahan Grajales for Albert Benahan Grajales. Willie Medina for Albert Benahan Grajales. Andre Woodson, Maritza Estremera Jimenez. Lamont Daniels, Maritza Estremera Jimenez. Robert Traber, Maritza Estremera Jimenez. Maritza Estremera Jimenez for Maritza Estremera Jimenez. And Jennifer Perez for Maritza Estremera Jimenez.
To approve of the 2024 organizational meeting minutes. Is there a motion to approve?
Approve the organizational minutes from 2024.
Second.
Second by Mr. Traber. Any debate on that? All in favor, say aye.
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 Any opposed? Any abstentions? Okay, Mr. Daniels abstains. Lastly, a motion to adjourn.
Madam Chair, a motion to adjourn.
Mr. Medina,
Second.
second, Mr. Traber. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, meeting's adjourned. We'll be back in about 10 minutes for the next meeting.